Yeah. All right, guys. I just had this recent video put out, yeah, after a long time. I haven't done anything over the summer, but about the rucksack and how to pack a soft bag or soft rucksack without sticking a bulk in your bag, yeah. So just to cut it short, I'm just sort of after the weekend, yeah, and after reading some of your comments on the channel, yeah, below the video, I went shopping, yeah, Monday morning, lunchtime, doing shopping, just getting some more supplies, yeah. I thought, well, see, I got two rucksacks, the same style, yeah. One is my travel pack, which you've seen in the recent video, how I actually pack that, yeah, and how to do that properly. And now, yeah, Adrian, he came up with another question about, well, it triggers me, like, what's about if it's not full up, like, you know, like sloppy, and it's actually, so, come back from shopping, yeah, I got the same sort of pack. It's a bit smaller, yeah, that's a box standard one, which I only altered, yeah. It has the standard height, yeah, back height, so you can see it's actually well below my shoulder, yeah, so it actually starts further down because the back side is cut shorter, and originally it was wider, yeah, to allow a deer to slot in and have the legs sticking out the top. Yeah, that's where the original of this hunting rucksack's coming along. Yeah, so I actually had this one slightly slimmed to the side to all along. Yeah, so it's basically 45 by 50 centimeter. Yeah, so it's but it's still shorter on the back than it's wide. Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense for hiking. Yeah, but for shopping it's perfect. Yeah, and I'll show you a quick one. I mean, this is sitting just like the other one, yeah, but with the weight low down, yeah, on the lower hip section, yeah, while the other one, the traveling pack, is sitting more like, well, it's still sitting on the lower back, but is supported by the chest as well, yeah, and so they're both the same design. Yeah, it's just one is slightly smaller and not full up, and this one is full up and heavy. Yeah, 20 kilo, and this is maybe just, I've got shopping free sugar, maybe when it comes to it, maybe 5 kilo weight in it, yeah. And it's still, you know, like doesn't shift around. I doesn't even have a strap on here. I could put one on, yeah, but it doesn't work for the shopping. And it's still sitting there, yeah, for a lightweight day pack thing, yeah, doesn't show up a lot, and all the weight is actually sitting on the lower backside. Well, look, that's how it looks like when it's basically just filled up like half full, or it's not even half full, yeah, and the front pockets, there's only spare bags in it. And yeah, it's just a box standard hunting rucksack like that, yeah, all wool, the same design. The shoulder straps actually they're slightly smaller, they're not as wide as on that one, yeah. So I particularly ordered the straps of Hubertus on its own, yeah. And designed that rucksack for myself, made myself, yeah. But this is a box standard one, yeah, which you buy in hunting shops, and I mean this is the Hubertus rucksack as well, yeah. And it's really nice, and I really love it. And I use it basically every time I go out shopping, yeah, just for a quick one. So let me show you how I pack this one, yeah. I mean, I did show you how I pack the large, heavy one, but how to do this one without slopping it around, yeah, and it doesn't stick in my bag. It's still got a seat pad here for padding, and yeah, give me a sec to readjust the camera, get myself a bit comfort. Okay, just open it like the other one. Yeah, got the same sort of quick release opening, yeah, just a leather thing. And yeah, what I did already on this one is it's altered. A part of being slimmer on the side, I replaced the brass, what was it? Yeah, it was brass eyelets, yeah, for the leather one, like the double stitched leather bits, yeah, punched a hole in the middle, and it's the old-fashioned eyelet, yeah, which you find on some of the very, very old vintage military tarps, yeah, or the old palette guy, actually, yeah, the original only had leather eyelets, yeah. So I did that on that right away, and I replaced that on this one. But apart from that, yeah, you may wonder, what does this guy do shopping on a Monday? Yeah, okay. Had a few eggs, yeah, and take care, or take attention on how I take bits out now, yeah, and reverse that in mind for packing, yeah. I would do that exactly the other way around, packing it, yeah. So eggs, they are delicate, yeah, they can break. I mean, I did manage to break one egg the other day, yeah. It doesn't, yeah. So then a little bit onions, yeah, the veggies, a little bit just to spice the eggs up, yeah, like scrambled eggs with some green onions in it. And obviously, yeah, some the odd sausages, yeah, can't do without any proper meat on it. I mean, it's just to spice things up a bit and season the pan. And then, I don't know if you could try to shift that into the camera a bit. Yeah, I bought 3 kilo of sugar, yeah. So obviously I got one in the middle, centered, yeah. I just push it out, just centered bottom, yeah. Then I got another sugar, 1 kilo on the side, yeah, and another here on the side. Okay, so it maybe appears to you, well, that's completely different from how I pack this one. Yeah, you're right, it's different, but it's all about the balance, yeah. So because there isn't anything else, I can't put heavy stuff on top because there is nothing that can support the heavy stuff in the bottom, yeah. So I spread the stuff evenly. You're still on the side, so actually it's the rucksack, and you will see in a minute I still got my stiff center, yeah, and the heavy bits, small bits on the side and one in the middle. So that means the heavy bit can still wrap around my hip, yeah. So the back still stays straight, but the sugar bits, yeah, they go around my side, yeah. So the balance is still perfect, yeah. Put the sugar away. So the sugar, and now it just, you wonder, yeah, toilet rolls, yeah. Yeah, how many in there? 8, yeah. So they work like the back plate, yeah, to keep the whole lot stable. And now it's empty and it's just like nothing, yeah. It's just a roll of wool, yeah, and but it allows to carry the lot properly without anything get damaged, and still the balance is present in the rucksack, yeah. And it's quite comfortable, especially with the book roll in the back, yeah, because I got my back plate, basically the back plate replacement, centered, yeah, very small, slim, centered, and some of the weight on the side, so I still got the carrying balance around, yeah. And I have to add, well, I had a heavy motorcycle accident with a broken spine, limber spine, yeah. It just popped open, like I mentioned that in one of the videos before, and I got some titanium screws in my back, yeah, and some rods supporting that broken spine, yeah, so it's actually bridged over. So I really have to take attention on how I carry things in general, because I can't just like move around. My back is basically restricted, yeah, stiff now, yeah. But by training up my muscles, yeah, the back muscles, by starting with a low weight, yeah, and raise the weight up until I can reach my traveling back, yeah, and actually just physiotherapy, building up muscle, yeah. And so give me another break. I'll show you a little bit more and go in detail on how comfortable this is to carry, yeah, and about, I mean, I'm still from shopping, I'm boiling now in the lamps here, so I take the stuff out and show you how I about airflow on the back, yeah, and how actually is sitting on the back without restricting, and it's just sitting there comfortable, yeah, for long-term carrying. I mean, shopping is just in, out, you know, like 10 minutes. I mean, the shops over here, they're just around the corner, so I don't have to walk a lot, yeah, or a long time. So shopping is just, but I'm still, for shopping, I still care about how to pack the lot. I'm not just dumping stuff in, yeah, and that's what most people do in a rush, or because they don't take attention, and then wonder why it doesn't work, yeah. And I got this big lump hanging to one side or backwards, yeah, and or the other side, and sticking in your back, yeah, and it's just cutting in your shoulders and this sort of stuff. It doesn't happen if you pack properly, yeah, or with put some swords into it. Well, I'm still got already. Well, I still got my sticker on. Yeah, it actually, you know, like allows me to bend down and relax my back, yeah, and having a break just like on one leg, yeah, and so, but it is coming handy. So what I'm doing now, just take this rucksack on. I mean, I got that in a raised position now, yeah, for now, but prevents well, prevents me from lifting it all the back all the time, so I can just go in, yeah, like shoulder height. And I mean, you could adapt that on a wall or whatever, a tree branch, yeah. So I go and see if it's, you know, just lean forward, yeah, for easy taking it off. As you can see, I just turn around, just have to go slightly back, yeah, push the straps on the shoulder, then slightly down, and let the shoulder strap go, yeah, and it's just sitting there, yeah, without even having the chest strap tied up, yeah, it's sitting there, and so I can still bow my back. I'll show that in a different. So if I reach between my back and the rucksack, yeah, slightly bow my spine. I got my hand here, yeah. So it's space enough, yeah. I mean, if someone is concerned, oh, you got no airflow in the back, yeah, there is airflow, and the wool can take the moisture without feeling wet, yeah. So I don't have a draft around my kidneys, but I still got a bit airflow. I mean, you see, I didn't even have this tighten up, yeah. So still bow. So it's basically, this rucksack is sitting here on my lumbar spine, here on the hip, and basically leaning against my shoulder, because the back, well, the created back plate with the tarp and the blanket is stiffened it up, and I got this back plate replacement, yeah. So it's actually staying stiff, but I can bow my back, yeah, and got a bit in airflow and comfortable. So it's not sitting all the way on my back, and I mean, for a longer trip, I would go and tighten this slightly up. And that gives me an additional pivot point to spread the weight, yeah. So I got the back sitting on my hip, leaning slightly against the shoulder, because it's pulled against the shoulder, but the equal weight is actually sitting here on the chest, yeah, without restricting or pulling on the shoulder, yeah. So I still can put my fingers up here, yeah. This, I mean, I don't know if you can see that. It's not sitting even on the shoulder, yeah. So it's not cutting in, and see, it's not sitting. That's just because the weight is now supported straight here from the hip position and the chest, yeah. So it's basically, instead of having the weight on top, I transferred the weight further down and did this. It's basically, what is it, a stiffer, shorter angle, isn't it? And I have to get my bat. So anyway, as you can see, to put one lamp on, now you can see that much better, yeah. So again, you got this airflow in the back, got the rucksack sitting there, yeah, sitting on the back, sitting on the chest, and without restricting my breathing or handling, yeah, I can still grab around without, so actually the position of the shoulder strap up here is fairly high and close together in a triangle, so it's actually shaped to the body and then goes out here. So coming back, comparing that to my shopping rucksack, yeah. Right, imagine, well, this, I mean, I'm just shifting around. Look, it's not, it's going with the movement, yeah. When I'm hiking, I just, you know, like, it doesn't move or rattle around. Just sitting there, very comfortable, yeah, without, I can do whatever, yeah, and like, it's not even there. Well, it is there, I can feel that, yeah, but it's not a pain in the bum, yeah, as you may would experience with your own try and error, yeah. Yeah, what I wanted to get into, the main weight, as this one, the Loden Pack is packed, there's the heavy sort of stiff plate centered, yeah, fairly slim, so it's basically or narrow, yeah, sort of, about the width of the seat pad, yeah, and the rest on the side is, so it's actually then a stiff plate, but everything else on the side going downwards, yeah, on the side, it's basically, yeah, there's smaller bits, they can be, well, not heavy, but they're smaller bits, so easy squeeze in, and but they can actually shape around, yeah. So the back plate is sort of a stiff base, and everything else is capable of going around the body. It doesn't really, but I mean, so an important thing, a part of that, of having this stiff center, I say plate, but it's basically, it's a tarp, yeah? It's a tarp and blanket piled up, yeah? And then below there's light stuff on top, so to go backwards, the light stuff in the bottom, medium size on top, and the light went off again. Yeah, so the lightweight in the bottom, medium weight stuff in the middle, and heavy stuff on top. Yeah, like between the shoulders, basically like starting here. Yeah, so the main weight is basically between the shoulder. Yeah, and that allows me, I mean, usually you would say if heavy stuff is on top, well, I have to change the battery, I don't bother about it now. So about keeping the balance, yeah? Weight in the middle, weight on top, yeah? And usually if you got, it's depending on the terrain, when you go uphill, yeah, it's definitely preferable having the weight on the top rather than on the bottom. So, because when you walk uphill, it's this position, yeah? And when you go downhill, you're actually walking like that, yeah? So in that case, it is definitely better having heavier gear in the bottom or the middle section, yeah? So it doesn't pulse you back. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you drop on the slope, yeah, because you're only like a beetle going on your back, but uphill it drags you down, yeah, like it's getting more heavier on your knees and stuff, yeah, when you go up. I mean, it's heavy enough anyway. So, but in generally, the pack weight of the base kit doesn't change at all, yeah, compared to a shopping bag, which could change whatever any time different weight, yeah. But for the main pack, I don't to adapt for tightening it up because it's already stable as such, yeah. So the only thing I change or top up is food, water, and eventually full, yeah. I mean, this is only 300 gram milliliter bottle, yeah, it doesn't take that much, so I prefer, or yeah, prefer saying consumables, food, water, maybe tissue, this sort of full, yeah, this sort of stuff. So that means, but the containers and the place in the back is still already reserved for this sort of additional weight or changing weight, yeah. So it's, but the main pack is sitting there. Everything else is just adding onto it and maybe change the whole lot a bit, but the balance as such is the same, yeah. So, I mean, if you got, I can't see that now, but if you see the backpack, it's just sitting there and not doing anything. Well, I'll have to check that later on the video because I haven't got any eyes on the back. But you can see it's, I mean, I'm jumping around here like a muppet, yeah, and it doesn't affect me, yeah. I maybe push it up a bit, yeah, and just rearrange the thing, but it doesn't pulls me down as such, yeah, and I can walk along and just, it doesn't matter. About the balance, yeah, the balance is most important, especially when you're going into uneven terrain, yeah, like outdoors bushcraft. It's not easy path, yeah, going up and down and slopey and slippy and rolling on rocks and stones, yeah, or wobbly sand. So definitely get your third leg. Prevents you from slipping, and you can actually just, you know, walk along, and then you start slipping, and you still got your third leg without tipping over. If you haven't got that, yeah, walk more and slip, you may lose balance, yeah, and drop over, because the weight on your back pulls you any direction as soon you get out of balance, yeah. So then you, I mean, if you got a steady stand, but usually we are just about doing a step, yeah, and whoops, you fall over, yeah. But if you got a steady stick, it doesn't matter, because you got your walking rhythm, and always, even if you got one leg in the air here, I still got a third leg to catch myself, like damping the weight, or the out of balance weight up, yeah, spring it up with your muscle, yeah. So when I trip over, I can still have one leg in the air, I can still catch myself without falling over, yeah. That's maybe one of the other little tips I can give you. Get yourself a long enough stick. Yeah, I mean, this is actually taller than I am. Yeah, this is a 1.90 m stick, and I'm 6 foot, 1.82 m or something. Yeah, and so that allows me, even downhill, to have enough grip on the stick to create a triangle to keep my balance, yeah. And uphill, I can use that for pulling myself up, yeah. And additionally, yes, I use it as a tent pack when I do the top tent setup, yeah, and for anything else, yeah. Well, I just thought give you a quick update on the difference between a sloppy hiking pack, sloppy shopping bag or day pack thing, yeah, and a long-term hiking kit where you actually carry a lot more. I mean, yes, this is 20 kilo, yeah, and you may not believe that, but it's soft pack, yeah. So another short tip in this aspect, yeah, it's about doing dry packing at home, yeah, where you can experiment around, you know. So you can, if you got everything spread out on the table, yeah, on the smallest part possible, so you can see what you're actually taking, and can, while packing or while having an overlook, see what you can throw out, or don't need, or, you know, some toys or whatever, or maybe replace it with something more suitable stuff you got in your stock, yeah. So, and start packing. Maybe take some of my recommendations you've picked up from these 2 videos, yeah, and to find your own solution with your own gear, yeah. I mean, you don't have to adapt what I got, but what you got, and or using or favored for taking out into the woods, yeah, and pack your pack and put it on your back, yeah, and walk around. I mean, just forward and backward, using that physiotherapy thing, yeah, what I mentioned, building up muscle structure, yeah, and so you're getting used to the weight, and listen to your body, listen to your muscle ache, yeah, and where it's aging or poking in, yeah, try to adjust for that in a secure environment. And once you found your own system on how to pack your stuff, it's just a no-brainer, yeah. So you know what you got in your pack, where about it's stuck in your pack, and how it behaves on your back, yeah? So you can actually adjust each of the single item to another position and see how it behaves, yeah, and how it's affecting your comfort. That's my approach, yeah, and yeah, I'm just adapting that for shopping, yeah, making use of the old book roll, yeah, as a base plate or back plate, yeah, it's a span, and it's, yeah, I mean, how simple can that be? How difficult can that be? Just think about what you got in your hands and where to put things. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are endless samples on what you can do wrong. Yeah, but I'm not going into that. I just thought, well, give you a quick update on my recent video. Yeah, so take this one as a part 2 to the packing of a soft pack. Yeah, this one, and adapting that to any sorts like shopping bag. Yeah, I mean, you've seen it's just a few bits and bobs, but I mean, it doesn't affect me really. I could do homework now, getting the Hoover out and doing my homework, and I may bump into some whatever speakers or whatever, yeah. But because if I'm not careful, but in generally, it just sits there. And if you look at it, I mean, I'm standing straight. Let's see if you can see the gap from the light. Let's see. You can see there's a gap here, yeah, where the light throws through. It's not touching, yeah, because it's sitting here and here, yeah. So it's basically this angle, depending on how I go up and down hill, it's always this angle for the weight, yeah, like shoulder or chest. And I mean, believe it or not, but especially males, yeah, they definitely got muscles on your chest. Yeah, you can train them up, and it's not cutting in really, because it's just holding things together, but not pulling back, yeah, because it just prevents the strap from slipping off, yeah. That's the idea. If I take that off, yeah, yeah, I can feel it slipping a little bit, but it's not like, so I'm still having my gap. You can see the air gap, yeah, now you can see that much better. You can see the air gap between the my back. Well, if I bow my back and the rucksack, you can see how stiff the rucksack is packed up, yeah, and maybe that's the secret of it, yeah, but it's still soft and sitting on my back without poking, yeah, and well, I hope that will help you a little bit. I mean, it's autumn, yeah, then maybe do a short autumn trip, yeah, for try things out, but over the winter you can have a bit more thought about for the next season in spring, or even for the winter trip, yeah. Obviously for the winter trip you need much more gear, like to keep you warm, yeah, and against bad weather, but so it's actually getting more heavier, yeah, during autumn and winter season, yeah. But in generally, stay upright, yeah, you can, and so it doesn't affect you and it doesn't pulse me back either. Yeah, I got this balance right, yeah, even without the strap. I'll pull that together here, yeah. I mean, it makes it more comfortable that way, because it's pivoting on my hip, yeah. It's pivoting on my hip and not slopping or going anywhere. And yeah, I hope this will help you for your own adventures. And see you next time. I hope to do a bit more videos in future, but I was a bit lazy. Yeah, with other things. Yeah, see you next time. Hope that helps, and yeah, give it a try.